All right, Dan, so you decided to play a little producer here. What we got? What's this segment about, buddy?
We focus so much, Greg, at this time of year on outside acquisitions. The reality of it is, if you look how teams get better, they get better because players internally get better. So we're going to take a look at the National League and focus on a player from each club that has to turn around, either come back healthy or be a better player than they were a year ago.
I love this. So we're going to start. Your list is in front of me. The Braves and Mike Soroka.
Yeah, I mean, for me, if Soroka's healthy, Braves have the best rotation in the National League. You think about Soroka, Fried, Morton, Anderson. There's not a team in the National League that can compete with that rotation.
You're right. I mean, you got the Nationals, but they've got a big three with Scherzer, Corbin, and Strasburg.
They don't have the depth.
No, you're right. Marlins and Jorge Alfaro.
You know, it's been a black hole for him. Alfaro needs to step up. His tools tell us he should be better than what he is, but his sense of urgency has shown us he's not. He needs to step up and figure this out. They're a much better team with him behind the plate playing well.
Andrew McCutchen and the Philadelphia Phillies on the list.
I think Kutch is the key to this whole team. I think his injury really set him back 2 years ago. If he can turn around, be the Kutch of old, 120 weighted runs created plus, OPS plus, they have a chance to be a very competitive offensive team.
The Mets, we forget that Pete Alonso, with all the talk of all the guys are going to spend money on.
Took a step back last year, needs to take a step forward this year. If he does, it's going to be a lethal lineup.
It was his first taste of adversity.
And he'll come back fine, but they need him. They needed that right-handed bat to step up.
This is the guy to me that could change everything in the division.
Yeah,
Steven
I mean,
Strasburg.
Strasburg and Scherzer gives them a lethal 1-2 combination, but they need him, and they need him to be the dominant guy that he was in their postseason run.
Let's go to the NL Central. We talked about this guy with our Insiders Roundtable, the Cubs and Chris Bryant, for a couple of reasons,
I vacillated between him and Javi Baez, but for me, Chris is an aircraft carrier. When he's right, playing well, he's an MVP candidate. He changes the complexion of their team if he's the Chris Bryant that he has a chance to be.
I'm wondering if there's any gas left in the tank for this next guy.
May not be, but now he's turning into a platoon player where he only hits against right-hand pitching. They need him to be a better player, not an impact player, just a better player than what he is right now.
And just get on base.
Correct.
He's lost that art as well. You can say the same thing about Joey Votto.
Yeah, highest paid player on the team. They've struggled offensively. A lot has to do that Joey just hasn't performed well. Does he have anything left in him to do that? We need to find out. He needs to be better than he was last year.
And Christian Yelich is one of the top players in the game. I'm going to try to just say 2020 was an aberration.
I think it was. But if he's the MVP caliber player, the Brewers, with their starting rotation, will be, for me, the team to beat in the Central Division.
The Pittsburgh Pirates, if they're going to improve, Josh Bell has to be a trade chip. And he has to play at a high level to become a trade chip.
Yeah, he showed us he can do that. Short sample size, he didn't last year, but he needs to step up. You're right, because he gives Ben Cherington an opportunity to fill multiple holes.
Switch hitter. I mean, there were a couple of years ago, he was one of the top offensive players in all of baseball, especially in that all-star first half. Let's go to the NL West. I forgot Gavin Lux is still on the World Championship roster.
Took a huge step back last year. You know, can he take the step forward next year? I think he's incredibly important for next year and their future, because he's a low-cost, impactful player in the middle of the diamond.
The San Diego Padres, all the talk about Lamet and Clevenger, Chris Paddock could still be the number one.
Yeah, he took a huge step back a year ago. Chris needs to take that step forward. Stuff is there. Needs to figure out better usage of his pitches, be in the strike zone more consistently.
And once again, our annual commentary on Jon Gray. When is he going to put it all together?
Well, if the Rockies are going to be contenders next year, I have no doubt Nolan Arenado is going to bounce back. Gray needs to take that step. If he doesn't, he's going to be a free agent with unfulfilled potential in Colorado.
I'm trying to forget 2020 happened for Ketel Marte, because his MVP finalist season was awesome to watch.
And it's a team that doesn't have a lot of superstars. This is the one guy that has a chance to be a superstar aircraft carrier for them. They need him next year to be competitive.
And this last guy, which I'm glad he's your last guy, Buster Posey. Is it great that he's coming back with Joey Bart?
I think it is. And I just hope that they have the DH in the National League, because it allows them to get both Joey Bart and Buster Posey on the field. I think the year off is going to do wonders for his career.
And just so you know, Dan O'Dowd was not reading a teleprompter there. He was just looking at the player and giving you what he thought off the top of his head. That was all-star work right there, my friend.